Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Bowling League's Chaos Cup. We're in week number 7. Today we have 3 games for you. We're going to get started with a Division A match tonight. We have a game from each of the 3 divisions, in fact, and we've got a very, very competitive one to start with. We're going to have the BoLieve Broncos versus the Gutterballz, BB Nut versus El New Marino, Nurgle versus Orcs. I got a lot to say about this matchup. We'll take a look at the standings before we take a look at these 2 teams. In Division A, at the top of the charts, is Ajax's the Fishy Fiends. They're a Chaos Renegades team. They're 5-1-1. The BoLieve Broncos up this afternoon, coached by BB Nut. They're in second place. They're a Nurgle team. They are 4-1-0. And JD Whitey's Blitzburg Steelers are a Skaven team in third place. They are 3-3-0. Over in Division B, we have Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire, in first place. They're a Lizard team. They are 3-2-1. With Cobblestorm's Goner Gets, they're up tonight. They're in second place. They're a Goblin team. They are 3-1-1. And Berserker Tempest's Vesuvian Lavabacks are in third place. They're a Lizardman team. They are 3-0-3. And in Division C, in first place, is Doug the Minotaur's Dinnabell Darlings. They're a Dwarf team. They're 5-0-0. With Moob's NC Snakes, a Dark Elf team, in second place. They are 4-2-0. And up tonight as well will be Clypheus's Odin and Snuffle. They're in third place. They're a Norse team. They are 3-1-1. The home team tonight, this afternoon, not tonight. It's tonight for some of us. It's going to be BoLieve Broncos, coached by BB Nut. They're coming in a TV of 1,235,000 gold. They have 13 players on the roster. They will be starting with 12. The number 3 Pestigore will be out due to an injury this week. 2 Pestigores on the roster are Rot Spawn, a bunch of bloaters, a bunch of linemen, 4 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Orcs of the Gutterballz. Elder Marino, welcome to the stream. Elder Marino says, I think if I don't win tonight, I'm mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. I have not done the math. I don't know. 12 players on the roster here for the Gutterballz. They're coming to the TV of 1,305,000 gold. That's 70,000 gold in petty cash. Going back to the Nurgle team, they have all 4 big and blockers, all 4 blitzers. They have the big guy and the untrained troll, 2 linemen and a goblin, 1 oppo, 2 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. How are these 2 teams going to play tonight? We'll talk about the Orc team. I think on paper, this Orc team has a significant advantage over the Nurgle team. Look at all this block on the roster. You have the 4 blitzers with block, of course. You see El New Marino doing a great job with this team, getting block spread around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players with block on the team. 3 players with mighty blow. 1 with guard. This is a bashy team. They want to bash. They've got the bashy skills. Lots of strength, lots of block, lots of mighty blow, and a guardsman just to round out this roster. It's going to be real tough, I think, for this Nurgle team, at least on paper, to go up against a team like this. El New Marino is just going to lean into the Orc game, the bashy game. On offense, they're going to cage up. They're going to bash their opponent down, try to open up that hole and move that cage down pitch. On defense, they're going to try to make those marks and bash the offense down, and then try to apply some pressure on the cage once they have a player advantage or once they have a positional advantage due to knocking down players and removing players. The Nurgle team, on the other hand, not a lot of block on this roster. Just 2 players with the block skill on this roster. They do have the Pestigore with sure hands. That'll help a lot to conserve these 3 rerolls, because I imagine BB Nut will be burning all 3 of these rerolls every single half. Of course, you want to use them when you have them naturally, but BB Nut is going to need them due to just the distinct lack of block on this roster. Does have the big guy in the Rot Spawn, has mighty blow, might be able to get something out of this, but otherwise, boy, what a scary matchup, right? Like this is a I would consider Nurgle a kill team, and that means at low TV, that's when they're the weakest, and that's where we are. We're early in the season. It's the first competition of the season. It's week 7 of 9, so it's still low TV for this team. BB Nut's still building out this team, but again, I honestly think the best thing that BB Nut has going for this team is the fact that it's BB Nut coaching this team. BB Nut is an excellent Blood Bowl coach, knows exactly what they're doing, how to take advantage of whatever team they're coaching, And if they're going to come out on top today, it's just going to be because they just plain outplayed the Orc team tonight. BB Nut's going to have to lean into the fundamentals of the game, understand all the odds of everything they're doing. And if they can do that, I mean, they can win, right? I think arguably with a very few number of teams, that's true for any team in Blood Bowl. Now, they're certainly not out of the matchup, but they are at a significant disadvantage on paper, and it's going to be really, really, really hard to compete against that again on paper. There's a lot of disturbing presence on the roster, or not disturbing presence, foul appearance on the roster. I think BB Nut's going to have to pray to Nuffle before this game starts. Maybe say, "Excuse me, Nurgle, I'm going to go pray to Nuffle just for a little bit, just for 16 turns. That's it." And hope foul appearance triggers on these 5 players. Key positioning of these players will be crucial for the BoLieve Broncos tonight, just trying to leverage every single advantage they can up against so much strength, so much block, so much mighty blow. It's going to be an uphill battle, but again, if anyone can do it, BB Nut can do it. Electric Man, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Move, welcome to the stream. Move says the strategy against BB Nut. What? Alexa, stop playing music. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Move says the strategy against BB Nut: put someone near the sideline and he will abandon all reason to serve it. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's the trick. Just goad him into doing something he can't resist. 70K in petty cash going back to this Nurgle team. There's not really a whole lot they can do with that, I think. With 70K, they can't. There's no star players they can pick up for 70K. I don't know. Maybe some coaches. I mean, it just. You know what? You know what you do? You know what you do? You pick up 3 cheerleaders. You go all in on Nurgle. Nurgle. You go all in on Nuffle, and you say, "Nuffle, take the wheel." We'll see. We'll see what BB Nut decides to do with that 70K here. As this game's about to get underway in just a few seconds. I'm gonna head over to Discord, see if the coaches are ready to go. Looks like they are. I see them both in BB3. So we'll wait for this game to get underway here. This is game 1 of 3 this evening. This will not be a triple header. There's a good bit of time between this game and the next game. The next game's scheduled for 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 5 hours from now. And that will be a doubleheader. That game... that game at 8 o'clock, again, it's about 5 hours from now. That will that doubleheader will start with As Bad as Raiders versus Odin and Snuffle. That's going to be Undead versus Norse. And then we'll finish up the evening at 9 o'clock p.m. this evening, Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4, with perhaps the matchup I've most been looking forward to in this competition. That's going to be the Dream of Wish Foundation versus the Goner Gets League champion Nick Satan versus Cobblestorm. That's the stunty... The Stunty Bowl. It's going to be halflings versus goblins. Looks to be clear skies for this first game today. We have a game in Division A right now. We'll have a game in Division C, and we'll finish up with a game in Division B. All games at the top of the charts as we go into the final 3 weeks of regulation. All of these teams trying to finish in the top 2 in their division in order to guarantee their spot and cut the top 8. Otherwise, they're trying to be one of the 2 best third-place teams between the 3 divisions to make the cut. As Spire says, I find myself in the awkward position of rooting for halflings. $5K? Did he buy something? He must have bought something. Must have been a change in the lineup. We'll see what that is in just a minute. Here's the coin flip. Do Gutterballz win the coin toss? We'll see if they choose to be on offense or defense to start this game. They choose to be on offense. They're going to try to control the momentum of this game. Go up 1-0 and try to win the game 1-0. The Nurgle of BoLieve Broncos in these. You know what? This nice weather probably not doing you any favors when you are this infectious. Ugh. Ugh. Rube says another Pestigore. Yeah, maybe that's the case. It looks like that is indeed the case. So 3 Pestigores on the roster here for the Broncos. These Pestigore, so Nurgle teams, you can think of them like Chaos teams. Chaos teams that are a little less chaosy. But these Pestigores, these are your beastmen, right? So they have horns, which means if any one of these 3 Pestigores is blitzing, their strength is strength of 4. So keep that in mind on these blitzes. 3 on the line in this anchor defense for the BoLieve Broncos. The Gutterballz now to set up their offense. 5 on the line. They have Steve Buscemi back to receive the ball. BB Nut, welcome to the stream. Good luck to you and El Nubarino. BoLieve Broncos. It's gonna be a real tough. It's going to be a tall order for them to reclaim the first place spot here in week 7, but they can at least tie in points with the Fishy Fiends, and I think that's really all that matters, just to keep this contention going for the top 2 spots and differentiate themselves from the rest of the pack. Seven on the line now for the offense, giving up those wide zones. This is not a passing team. They could certainly try to pass the ball. Squarely a bashy running team. Here's the kick. I was going to say a bashy runny team, but I think if anybody's runny, it's probably the Nurgle team. Turn 1 now for the Gutterballz. Ball kick to the 20-yard line. Oh, I should check the weather because I got it wrong last time. Yeah, perfect conditions. Dude, I block on the line. Remember, foul appearance in effect in this game. A number of players with foul appearance. Everybody on the line has foul appearance. These 2 outside bloaters have foul appearance as well. Before you take a block or a blitz on these players, you have to roll a d6. On a 1, you lose that block or a blitz. And remember, a blitz is a once per turn action. So if you lose that, you've lost it for the turn. James likes snacks. And Black Wolf, welcome. Welcome to the stream, James likes snacks. Running team versus running team. Is right. Oh, that's awful. I hate that. I hate that so much. Black Wolf cheering for this defense. Thanks, BB Nut. I appreciate it. That's right. That's right. He's got an eye on you. 28 seconds left here in turn 1 for the offense. Two-die blitz over in the left wide zone here. Gets the knockdown thanks to the block skill. 9+ to break armor with Mighty Blow, but doesn't get it. Gutterballz on the bonus clock now. 2 minutes for a turn. Otherwise, you can dip into a bonus clock of an additional 7 minutes, 30 seconds. You can spend that all in one turn if you wish. Otherwise, you can split it up over the course of the game as you see fit. Line blocked down now for these orcs. Blitz spent. They advance a lot across the line of scrimmage here, gaining themselves a yard, and now turn one for the Broncos. I spent a good bit of time in the pregame talking about how I believe this Nurgle team is at a significant disadvantage against this orc team, and how the biggest benefit to this team, I think, is the fact that it's BB Nut coaching this team. BB Nut, an excellent coach, and Blood Bowl, even though it may not seem like it, especially to new players to the game, there's so much agency in this game that playing well will take you far, right? Better players win more often than not in this game. So if you ever need proof that it's not the dice that are killing you, check out a Blood Bowl game by a great coach. These are two great coaches playing each other tonight, I should say. El Nubarino consistently at the top of the charts season after season. The defense just repositioning here, staying in front of the orcs. Turn two, back to the Gutterballz. John Goodman, the ball carrier. About 40 minutes, my goodness, 40 seconds into the turn. And a mark taken in the left wide zone against Ajax to the right, and Cauliflower. Here's the blitz against Ajax. Gets the knockdown again thanks to the block skill. Just an 8+ to break armor, but can't do it. That's very true. Electric's man, he may need to change his name at this point to El Veteranino. Big guy fails the really stupid roll here. This could be problematic. He's going to have to keep this. The negative rate on this troll is really stupid. If there's a friendly player besides this troll, you roll a d6, you succeed on a 2+, otherwise it's a 4+. When you fail, you lose your tackle zones, you lose your turn. Being a big guy, of course, also a loner, so you don't want to burn a reroll on this. And you do have to be careful about considering when you want to take a block with this troll, because if this troll is an anchor on your formation and you lose those tackle zones, you could be in real trouble. Not the case here, though, for El Nubarino. Shifting the line to the left, getting through these foul appearance rolls, but rolls into a skull, spends a reroll, gets the knockdown. The Gutterballz down to one reroll for the half. Ball's going to move up to the 4-yard line. After 2 turns, the Gutterballz down 1 minute on the bonus clock. They have 6:26 remaining. Two-dog block in the left wide zone. Cauliflower on the block, gets no armor break. Oh, it's a hot day today. This is the worst time of year. This isn't the worst time of year. I hate summer. I hate it. This is like the herald of summer. I used to rock climb a lot, and even then I didn't like the summer. Like spring and fall were much preferable. Fall a little less so, just because of all the leaves on the ground and like snakes and stuff. Electric's man says it's barely spring. It is barely spring, but today I think the temperature's 27 Celsius, so 80-ish, 80.6 Fahrenheit. It will probably snow tomorrow. BB Nut strategically understanding where he is here. Just needs to stay in front of this Bashy running team and doing just that. Keeping this formation in check. You can see what he's doing. First armor break of the game. Ajax the Riot. Injured. Poor fella. After winning in their Week 7 game, injured here, playing for the BoLieve Broncos. Just doing too much. Two-die blocking left wide zone. This is double pals against Cauliflower. Needs a 10+ break armor. Doesn't get it. You can see what BB Nut's doing here. He's setting up these chevrons here, right? He's got this almost like a minefield of sorts in front of this cage. This cage is going to have to dodge a number of times, so many times, in fact, that they just can't do it. It's just, it's not a good idea to even risk it. And so they're going to have to continue to try to bash their way through this defense. And the defense, all they have to do is stop the score. If they've done that, they've done their job. They're in good shape to win. BB Nut says that sounds like a UK spring. Move says here in Georgia, there's so much pollen that the ground has a yellow tint to it. Anyone with allergies is suffering hard right now. Yeah, I have hay fever too. It gets worse and worse every year. I like the cold just because there's none of any of that, right? There's no pollen, there's no sweltering heat, there's just nothing. Although I will say my energy bill is dramatically higher in the winter than it is in the summer. Turn 3 now for the Broncos. Here's Blitz mid-pitch, 2-die blitz, gets a pal here, looking for a 10+. Doesn't have the block skill, but does have wrestle to keep that both down results safe. 2-die block on Jeffrey Lebowski here, gets a pal, but again, no armor break. Turn 4 back to the Gutterballz. They've yet to cross the line of scrimmage. They're on their own 4. Defense not being goaded into any risks. Taking their blitz, taking their blocks, keeping that formation intact. Another thing to watch out for here, this defense, again, they just have to stay in front of this offense. And by not taking their risk, you can see the Gutterballz down to 1 reroll for the half. So once they go down to 0, odds are very different for the Gutterballz. And at that point, you can start putting them into a position where they have to take risks, risk that turnover, and now you can get an opportunity to recover this ball on defense. Ball's going to shift laterally to the left, staying on the 4-yard line. 45 seconds to go in turn 4. So I've been playing this this board game, this He-Man board game, Masters of the Universe, for a few weeks now. I bought it recently, and we've been trying to sort of suss out the nuances of it. And I think we figured it out at this point. And we played this scenario last night that was just, I mean, it was so amazing. So, good guys on one side, bad guys on the other. The objective of this scenario is to get 3 victory points. You can get victory points in one of 2 ways. Either there's that foul appearance finally triggering for this defense. So John Turturro going to lose the block here. You can get to your opponent's side of the map. It's a skirmish war game. So there are hexes on the board and miniatures that you move around. Not dissimilar to Blood Bowl, actually. But final start of the first quarter coming up here for the Broncos. So you can either get all the way across the map to your opponent's side and pick up. There are 3 objectives there. If you pick up an objective, you get 1 point. You need 3 to win. But there are sort of 3 rows on the map. There's your side of the map, your opponent's side of the map, and there's this middle valley that is cut off on both sides by forests and mountains. And if you're in the valley, a giant Tyrannosaurus with a laser gun on its shoulders will come charging at you and really mess you up. But if you can kill the it's called the Tyrannosaur. But if you can kill it, you get 2 victory points. That's 2 of your 3. So we had this really fun game where on my side I had Skeletor, not just any Skeletor, but laser, what was it? Laser staff Skeletor? Skeletor, I had, who else did I have? Oh, who's the guy that blows himself up? What's his name? Some guy that blows himself up. And who was my third guy? I've already forgotten. It's not even been 24 hours. Oh, Faker. I had Faker. He's the fake He-Man. Electric Man says, the museums never have a laser gun on the T-Rex. Turn 5 for the Gutterballz now, so that's 1 quarter down. This defense doing a fantastic job. And then I was up against Tila, Orko, and Ram Man. And so I had parked Skeletor in like the middle of the map where my mountain was. And I had him on top of the mountain. And as the good guys climbed over their mountain, I would just banish them back to the other side of their mountain. And then Ram Man came charging toward the left side, right? My left flank. And got into my jungle, my forest. And I'm not making any of this up, I had an army of clone mini He-Mans. Attack Ram Man in the woods and kill him. And then, oh no, he had Orko. Yeah, he had Orko, Tila, Ram Man, and Stratos because the player side gets 4 people. And then so Stratos comes flying across the right side, and then I have my other guy blow himself up. And then during all of that, Orko is casting spells. Sometimes they're really powerful, sometimes they blow up in his face. It was so much fun. PP doesn't. What did I tell you about eating cheese before you sleep? Turn 5 now for the defense. Number of blocks to take here on the left side of the line. There's the first one. 2-die block gets the knockdown on Jackie Treehorn. No armor break. And now, trying to close down the right side here. So repositions this bloater, swings in on the, I'm sorry, the left side, not the right side. Trying to remove movement options from this offense. This offense now can either move this way, which you can see well protected, or this way. And if they do that, they'll be out of options. They can no longer move the right pass here. And then it's just a matter of covering here and swinging this around this way. Pressure on the right side as well with these bloaters. On the right side, grave mistake. Black Wolf asks, is the Tiny Bowl happening today? It is indeed at 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern Daylight Time. That's 5 hours and 37 minutes from now. Spider said, orcs need to start moving forward. Yeah. Like I said, this defense doing a great job of staying in front of the offense. But, and it's difficult to open up that hole, but I think that's what this defense is kind of forcing this orc team to have to do. I think they're going to have to start finding a way to open up that lane and start moving down pitch. They have just 3 turns left. They're not terribly fast. They're certainly not out of scoring just yet. Cobblestorm says, the Tiny Bowl? Yeah, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I do know at 9 o'clock tonight there's going to be the Troll versus Treeman Clash of the Titans. I mean, that's happening at 9. I'm not sure about this other thing. Jackie Treehorn over in the left wide zone, taking a mark against Vastaman, the number 7 bloater. Offense starting to split up a little bit here. Needs to make something happen probably this turn. We'll see what Elney Marina decides to do. They're going to get a pal here against Freezing Star. Blitz still on the table. Looks like they're going to... Looks like they're might try to blitz here and then run this way. Not sure how the... Yeah, there's the blitz. 2-die blitz. They're going to get the knockdown they're looking for. Move the number 2 Pestigore. Oh, good armor break. Gets a stun. Very good armor break here. Jeffrey Lebowski moves forward, takes a second mark on Magnificent Catastrophe, the number 2 Rotter. This is the Rotter with strip ball. Two-die block over on the right side of the line. Gets a knockdown here, looking for a 9+ against Show Me the Magic. Magic not shown. Failed 3+. Spent the reroll, but failed the dodge. No more rerolls left for the Gutterballz. Wanted to try to fill in the hole over here on the left side of the ball carrier. Two-die block against John Turturro back across the line of scrimmage by Cauliflower, the number 6 bloater. Rookie bloater. Bloaters have a strength of 4. They have disturbing presence and foul appearance. Foul appearance we've already discussed. Disturbing presence makes passing more difficult. Here's the blitz on the ball carrier. Two-die blitz. Spent the reroll, got the knockdown. Very well done after the failed dodge by the Gutterballz. BB Nut able to get in on the ball. Knocks the ball out of the hands of John Goodman. The ball's going to be on the ground here on the 6-yard line. Very well done. Spent the reroll to get this knockdown. Tried to dodge out Bonix, failed the dodge. Turn 7-4 to Gutterballz. They have to end this turn in scoring position. They're in a tough position as it is. Superb defense by this Nurgle team. Two-die block in the left wide zone. Gets a POW out of this. Blitz on purple boot. Gets a push. Why is your boot purple? Like, did you just buy a purple boot? Pushes away a magnificent catastrophe. Ten seconds ago for the Gutterballz. I told myself I wasn't gonna say the, and I did. Tried to pick up here, failed to pick up. The ball's gonna. Wah! So, after a fashion, picked up the ball, but unfortunately, it's in the hands. It's in the hands of Philip Seymour Hoffman, the number 2 big end blocker. Philip Seymour Hoffman to be knocked down here. Ball's gonna bounce to the 4-yard line. Now 2-9 block in the left wide zone. Good armor break. Gets a stun. Task failed successfully. Another armor break here in turn 7. For the Broncos. Gets a stun out of it. It's not, stuns don't really matter here too much. And now a 1-die on number 7. Doesn't work out on the skull. Nothing comes out of it. Final turn of this game. The Gutterballz, I think, have 1 shot. And that's Jeffrey Lebowski. If they can get the ball in the hands of Jeffrey Lebowski and succeed on a dodge, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a dodge, but succeed on 2 rushes, they can get on the board here. Orcs, not the most successful team for passing the ball around, whether that's handoffs or passes, but we'll see if Elder Marino can make it happen. They've freed up Jeffrey Lebowski. They have no rerolls left. 1 die on Magnificent Catastrophe. Gets a push here. The ball is clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So 2 rushes for the handoff, I guess? I guess that's the play? Nope, that's not the play. Is he free? He's free here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 rush for the handoff. Good pickup. 1 rush. Fail the rush. You always fail the rush. You can't escape it. It's law. Tried the rush to the handoff here. Failed the rush. And now in the final turn, looking for a player advantage here for the Broncos. Maybe even some SPP. Two nice stand-up blitz by grave mistake against Steve Buscemi. Gets nothing out of it. Another block over in the left wide zone will be a push. Moves in Freezing Star for the assist on the foul. Got the KO. Is not going to get called off the pitch. We'll see if that KO sticks. Very well done by the Broncos. 0-0 at the half. The Broncos did their job on defense. Can they do it on offense? They'll have the ball to start the second half of this game. So the KO's not going to stick. The Gutterballz will have all their players back on the pitch. And they'll be on defense against this Nurgle team. So it'll be 11v11 on the pitch once more. So at this point in the ball game, El Nubarino has to be thinking, am I playing for a draw at this point? But in week 7, I don't know if you can afford draws. So there's a strategic consideration here, right? It's how much do I really want to go for the gold and try to make the cut in the Chaos Cup versus how much do I want to build my team, ensure my team is safe by not taking wild risks, and then just reset and give it a go in this once again in the Spike Magazine Trophy. Three on the line for the defense, 5 on the line for the offense. Here's the kick. No kicker. It's a blitz on the shallow kick. Ball kick to the 4-yard line in the right wide zone. 4 players get to activate on this blitz. So chances are, look at the ball. That's awesome. So chances are there's going to be a scrum that forms around the ball here in the right wide zone. Two-die blitz in the right wide zone. Gets the knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. No armor break. Still has a space of movement left with the blitzer. Yeah, it's going to move him 1 space forward here. Oh boy, on the blitz. Got players in position. Oh, let me see where this ball bounces. Right into the hands of Moob, the number 2 Pestigore. And Moob's just gonna dance right over to the left while the Broncos get their offense started. A bit of an unfortunate blitz, really, because now there's 3 players over in the right wide zone who are in danger of getting picked off and pushed out of this drive. Oh man. Ball on the 6-yard line. A couple of spaces out of the left wide zone. There's the cage on the ball. Two-die block with the rot spawn against the untrained troll. Big guy versus big guy. This will be a push. After the unfortunate blitz on the kickoff event, the Gutterballz now on turn 9. We're going to try to recover here. 45 seconds down in the turn as El Nubarino decides what to do now. Blitz over on the left side. Gets a pal. Got through that disturbing present or foul appearance roll. Gets the armor break. Can this be a removal? It is. Well done. Bloater off the pitch. That's a strength 4 piece removed. And now a mark on the ball carrier. Turn 9 mark on the ball carrier after the bloater was knocked out. Heavy pressure by the defense. This is very different than the defense we saw by the Nurgle team in the first half. We'll see how this works out for this Orc team. Trying to get in on this ball early. Johnson James, number 13. Rodder over on the right wide zone is going to get knocked down here. 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. R.I.P. Rest in many, many pieces. That's a deadman. That's a deadman. I mean, look, I didn't want to say anything, but you probably should have seen a doctor. Like, you didn't look like you were long for this world. Like, that's some sort of bacterial infection that you got going. You really need to get that checked out. Good handoff here from Moob to the Pestigore. Handoffs are just a catch, which means the person doing the handoff doesn't matter if they're marked. If the person who's receiving the handoff is not marked, that's just a straight positive edge roll. So a 3+ edge roll to Bonix. This is going to work out. And now a pocket being set up down pitch so this ball can get to the to at least the 6-yard line. Oh, failed the rush. What did I say? Gets the ball all the way up to the 10. Very well done by the Broncos. We're going to need a remedial math class soon. 1 in 6 equals 900%. Spire lowering the rush failure rate from 900% because apparently nobody knows how to divide two numbers to 99%. 99%. That's a 1 1/2. That's just facts. I have a degree in math. Turn 10 forward to Gutterballz. Moop says, how do I raise it back to 900%? You just say a short prayer to Nuffle. That's all. See, here's the thing nobody tells you. You can lower it from 900 to 99%, but it kicks right back up to 900%. The thing that reverts it to 900% is when you try to rush. Spire with the prayer to Nuffle. That's it. The rush rate's right back up to 900%. Really, this is Nubarino's fault for not rushing in that window of time he had to rush when it was 99%. Armor broke on Moob. Stuns Moob for having the audacity to hand that ball off on the previous turn. Now the defense behind the ball. They're going to have to play catch up. But they don't really have anybody that can catch an MA of 6 that's already gotten past them. Two-die block on Mark Cloud, the number 9 rot spawn. Gets a knockdown here, although you wouldn't know it by the animation. Gutterballz back on the bonus clock. 5 minutes to go. Here's the blitz. 50-50 dodge works out. Failed the rush. What did I tell you? Into two-eye blitz. Got the pal here. Can he break armor on a 9+? Can't do it. Where's the ball going to bounce? It's going to bounce right back to the 10. 50-50 blitz. Had to rush on the blitz. Spent to reroll on the rush. James likes snacks. Says Snuffle is hungry for rush rerolls today. Yes, he is. Good 3+ dodge. Had to roll a bunch of dice here. Spent 2 rerolls, down to 1 reroll for the game, but needs to stay in this scrum to try to win. So now marking the ball with 2 players, and now the Broncos having to spend a reroll in the right wide zone. They get the knockdown. They're down to 1. You did. That was very gracious of you. Two-die blitz against Jeff Bridges. Grave mistake on the block. Gets a push. And now grave mistake marking the ball. Philip Seymour Hoffman rolls a skull, or Purple Boot rolls a skull against Philip Seymour Hoffman. Has to spend the final team reroll here to keep the drive alive. The Broncos with no rerolls remaining for the game. Turn 11 for the Gutterballz. So the Gutterballz couldn't get through the Nurgle defense. And now they were very aggressive against the Nurgle offense. And so far they're staying on top of the ball. Minute 23 to go. 2 Nurgle players marking the ball. Stand-up blitz by Philip Seymour Hoffman against Bonix. That was the ball carrier. Gets the knockdown here. Stun would be huge. Or stun, armor break would be huge. Doesn't get it. No more movement with the blocker. 3 to stand up, 1 on the block. Oh no, he moves. 3 to stand up, 1 to move, 1 on the block. Now currently a 1-die by Jeff Bridges against Grave Mistake, the number 5 bloater on the back left corner of the ball. Gutterballz are going to move Nihilist number 2 in on the right side of the ball here. Failed the foul appearance roll back behind the line of scrimmage. Foul appearance doesn't seem like a great trait, but if you get it for free and you have a number of players with it, eventually it's going to trigger. We see foul appearance on the Wraiths on Necro teams now. Armor break by the Troll. Gets a stun. Good stun here on the number 7 bloater. That's another strength 4 piece that's going to be out for a turn, maybe even 2. And another player in on the ball. Finally gets that assist for the 2-die against Grave Mistake. Isn't going to make the mistake of pushing onto the ball. Got the removal. Big time removal here for the Gutterballz. And rushes in to pick the ball up, but fails the ball pickup. Spent the reroll on the rush. really wanted to recover the ball in this turn. They didn't get it, and now the ball has been bounced out to the 12-yard line. Electric Smith says that doesn't look like a lifetime stats for BB. That's a Tuesday afternoon. Got the removal here. This is a great removal. Two-die blitz against Nihilist number 2. Gets the POW here. We'll push onto the ball. And the ball's going to bounce one space to the left. That's not where the Broncos... That's not the ideal place where the Broncos want the ball to be. Armor break over in the right wide zone. Got a removal of his own now. First removal for the Nurgle team. Whoa, the Oppo was spent. So John Goodman's going to stay on the pitch. Stunned. He's the number 6 blitzer. Final turn of the third quarter coming up. Boop says, I imagine BB Nut has now shifted into a don't concede a touchdown mentality after those removals. I think you may be right. No rerolls left for... Oh, double skulls! I shouldn't have said it. That's what caused the double skulls. Null turn, and now the Broncos catch a break. No rerolls left for either team. Rolls into double skulls here for El Nubarino. Gets a null turn. Knockdown on the blitz, pushed onto the ball, and the ball's going to scatter out to the 10-yard line on the left side. Yeah, these are advantageous tackles for El Nubarino. Broncos. Now with is it defensive pressure? What is offensive pressure? Broncos keeping the pressure on in this scrum. Two-die block against Purple Boot. Gets a knockdown. There is a Pestigore marking the ball. Number 1, Bonix. Bonix does have sure hands, so even though BB Nut has no rerolls remaining, this sure hands Pestigore gets a free reroll on the ball pickup. I just realized I've never seen this before. The chaos symbol has a blood bowl, a blood bowl ball in the middle. Two-die block against Moob gets a knockdown here. 8+ breaks armor. Doesn't get the armor break. Blitz still available. Here's the blitz. One-die blitz, got the POW on the Pestigore. He's going to push this Pestigore onto the sideline, does not follow up. Is he going to try to pick the ball up? He is, got the pickup, well done. Steve Buscemi on the pickup, the number 7 blitzer, now the ball carrier. All of these Orc hopes and dreams are in Steve Buscemi now. failure on the foul appearance roll by Jeffrey Lebowski back across the line of scrimmage. Two minutes, 47 seconds left on the bonus clock. Forward to Gutterballz. BoLieve Broncos. 3 turns left in this ball game. Had an absolutely superlative defense here in the first half of this game. And now I think they're just trying to walk away with a draw. Even a draw for the Broncos, I think. I mean, adding another point, they have 13 points already. Adding another point brings them to 14. They're in pretty good shape all around, overall, I would say. Turn 14 forward to Gutterballz. They're going to get a 2-die block against Bonix. And they get a push out of this. Probably follows up here. Opens up a lane for the ball carrier. It's currently 2 rushes to score. But, you know, if one rush fails 900% of the time, if you try 2 rushes back-to-back, that second rush is going to suck you into the underworld. Like, that's just how math works. It's called the underworld theory of probability. Look it up. Look it up if you don't believe me. And by look it up, I mean don't look it up. Just believe me. 2-die blitz on Moob. Gets the POW here. Looking for an 8+. No armor break. Plenty of movement left with the blitzer. Oh, it's 2 rushes in the wrong direction. That's right. You've been saved from the underworld due to bad geometry. Sets up a half cage across the line of scrimmage. Steve Buscemi with the ball on the 2-yard line, on the opposing 2-yard line. Defective compass. 2-die block on Magnificent Catastrophe. Gets the knockdown to armor. Did I mention I have a degree in math? The Gutterballz back on the bonus clock. 2 minutes 33 seconds to go. Cobblestorm says, so just entirely unrelated. Just, you know, a thought experiment. What are the league rules on doubting the commissioner's statements on math? You get expelled. How dare you? How dare you? 2-die block. Way back behind the line of scrimmage now. Gets a push on Nihilist number 2. Four-plus dodge to a rush with Magnificent Catastrophe. Another 4+ dodge. Oh, boy. The Broncos. I could see their wounds clearing up, and now I think the eyeballs are being replaced by dice. I think they're going to a different church. Could it be the Church of Nuffle? Could it be? Has BB Nuts seen the light? 2-die blitz against Magnificent Catastrophe. Gets the knockdown. There's a big armor break. Excellent removal forward to Gutterballz here. As they continue to move this ball down pitch, they're going to mark Show Me Magic. These linemen are Edge 4. Cobblestone says Nurgle, by the way, are actually an Edge team until they reach about 2 billion TV. James like snacks as the Nurgles. Oh god, are naturally slippery. Ugh. Ugh. Steve Buscemi now on the opposing 14-yard line, just off the left wide zone. 2-die block against Moob, the number 2 Pestigore. Another pal here. No armor break. Moob says, should have moved the troll before that blitzer. He's lonely now. Yeah. So this troll is just hanging out. Just hanging out. It's now 4+ for this troll to activate. Gets an assist with Philip Seymour Hoffman for a 2-die block with Jeffrey Lebowski. And tried to move the troll, failed that 50-50 roll. And now turn 16 for the Broncos. Can they stop the score? You have to have complete faith in Nuffle, not Nurgle. That was it. 5+ dodge didn't work out. The Gutterballz are going to win this game 1-0. Very well done. What a game that was. Hard fought game by both coaches, and the Orc team comes out ahead 1-0 at the end. Very, very, very well played. Congratulations to El Numerino. But the Broncos still at the top of the charts in Division A. And there you have it. The Gutterballz move up to 5th place. They're at 3-1-2 now with a win here in Week 7. But you can see the Broncos right there at the top. They're in 2nd place. They're 4-1-1. Again, the top 2 teams in each division will make the cut. And the 2 best 3rd place teams between the 3 divisions will make the cut to the top 8 as well. There are 2 more weeks of regulation before the cut to top 8. And we've got 2 more games coming up a little bit later this evening. We'll take a look at the schedule before we leave. Coming up next, we have game number 2 today, starting tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time. It's UTC -4. It's about 4 hours from now. That will be As Bad as Raiders versus Odin. It's Nuffle. Electrics Man versus Clavius. This is a Division C matchup. That will be Undead versus Norse. And then immediately after that game, we'll get into our 3rd and final game this evening. That's scheduled for 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. And that will be the Dream-A-Witch Foundation versus the Goner Gets. League champion Nick Satan versus Cobblestorm. Halflings versus Goblins. Oh boy, 2 stunty teams going at it. I'm very, very excited for this. After that, we've got a game tomorrow night, March 30th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That'll be the Dinner Bell Darlings versus Entanglements. That's Doug the Minotaur versus Con Kill. And then on Monday, we'll have a doubleheader starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Dangerous Knights Crew versus Mammal Nightmare, Connor versus Festoon, and then Conspicuous Union versus the Pipstars, Chime versus Dead Fred. That'll be a Lizard Mirror match. 2 more games left to be scheduled here in week number 7. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to our schedule on our website at mammal.club. That's maml.club here on Twitch, or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel, Play Blood Bowl. Man, this game is so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and a tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until tonight, until about 4 hours from now, at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Take care, everybody. I think, you know what? It's the weekend. We're not too late, so why don't we go raid somebody? Let's there we go. Let's raid Run Bad. We're gonna raid Run Bad. Check him out. Fantastic coach, great streamer. And then we'll see you back here in about 4 hours. Take care, everybody.